Hello, just a short update on what I'm doing today. Got another order for some miniature dresses, and I realized I was looking at my YouTube, and YouTube right now is showing people all my flower making videos, and I realized I haven't been on YouTube for quite a while just to even share my project. So I decided to share it in my mess. See all these laces that you see behind? I usually put a stack of laces because I'm working with them when I'm creating and designing. So my customer requested some, oh, hello, Sandra. Welcome. She requested 4 dresses, um, and she showed me photos of some previous ones I've done. So I have one more to finish, and it was actually one of the very first. Oh, thank you, Sandra. One of the very first dresses I made. I don't know if you, that's the only angel video I have on my channel, but I had made when I first began and it was more of a hobby. I began and I made one with this fabric. It was an angel with silver. She wants that dress, but she didn't want it as an angel. So that's the last one I need to make. But this is one she wanted. I had made a design where I used the same fabric I use here, but I had made it more with the flower over it. Thank you, Donna. Um, and so this one I made for her. And then sometimes while I'm making them for my customer, I will then go and make a more than one with the same fabrics I have out. So Sandra, if you want hangers, I will tell you guys that because people do ask, the main questions people ask me is, where do you get the hangers? Where do you get your supplies? If you don't know, I actually have an Etsy shop. And in my Etsy shop, I provide the hangers for you to purchase just by themselves. Thank you. The crochet one. I provide the hangers by themselves. I provide the bodice by itself. I provide kits. I have a few kits out there. I provide them in my shop. There's laces in my shop. There are a lot of bling. I'm trying to get most of a lot of my things to become lots. So you'll find around 10 or $12 lots in my shop for bling and jewelry. They'll be mixed. I do kind of show you what's in them. And then I have laces. I have some appliques, and I'm going to work on laces and flowers. And so I have a bunch of lots in my shop in addition to some of the things I have yardage on. And sometimes I'll take some of the regular stuff. So yes, if you want to purchase any part of these, you can purchase these complete in my Etsy shop. You can purchase some kits. Not all of these have a kit, but let me show you the kit I've been working on. I'm working on this kit for you guys right now, and it is to make an angel, and this is the angel I've come up with. But I stopped because I had other things I needed to do, from taxes to my daughter. She's visiting from South Korea. She works in South Korea. She teaches English. And so she's visiting, and I'm not, like, don't have as much time. Oh, yeah. So this one's going to become a kit. I'm trying to make it in such a way that I have enough supplies for me to put it together as a kit. It may cost a little bit more than my normal kits because I'm having to stiffen this here for you so that when you put this on, the wings on, they actually don't just, fall down or flop over. And I'm going to add probably a little bit of these small beads in there. But this will probably be the next kit, but it'll probably go up by a few dollars or so from my previous kits. And this one will probably be as a finished product. This was the other sample I had tried making for the kits, this angel, and I was experimenting with the wings, and I think I liked these wings better. Um, and then I was experimenting with the fabrics I'm using. This one is lace I actually use for my dresses sometimes. Oh, my Etsy shop. Every place you look for me, if you look for me, just type in Crafty Devotion. And if you do that on Google, my YouTube channel will come up, my Etsy shop should come up, my Facebook page should come up, because I've been trying to be consistent, putting Crafty Devotion everywhere in my tags and everything. If you go to my, say, go to my Etsy page, you need to realize I have more than just handmade items in there. I also have vintage. So go to the section. If you're looking for supplies, look, if you're looking for lace, then go to the lace and applique section. If you're looking for bling, go to the bling or jewelry, craft jewelry section. If you're looking for handmade, my dresses, whether it's a kit or not, then go into the handmade section, because I'm not, I can't, I just don't, I'm just not the type of person that can put it all in different places. So it's all in one place. And that's just what I'm working on. So basically, if you're looking for the hanger, you would look in craft jewelry. That's where you would look for that. If you're looking for the bodice only, you would look under handmade, because I hand make these. I just, so I put them in the handmade section. And then if you're looking for kits, again, you'd look at handmade, because I'm hand making the kits. So that's where you find me. So Crafty Devotion. And here on YouTube, I'm Liz Benavides. In some places, I might be Elizabeth. Like on Facebook, you might see my name posting in my page and my group. In my group, my Facebook group is where you can go and share photos. You don't have to share photos of only my stuff. You can share photos of any craft you've made. The only thing I ask is not, and you can even share, I think I'm going to change my rules where you can share your links to your business, even if you're selling something, but put it in the comments. I think that's what I'm going to change my my group to be. And also, if I ask you for links like in a thread, you can place them there. I I I believe in encouraging other people to, continue with their craft. Some of you are doing it as a hobby, and you might make one of these, but I prefer that you don't like try to sell them like I am, because these are my designs, but I don't have control over that. I'm sure that some people will. And there has been one or two people who have asked me, and I've given them permission. Um, yes, usually my link to, you're right, Sandra, my link to everything in the description box. That's usually where it's at. But these are what I'm working. I'm going to show you all just the ones I've been working on. So this one right here, I think is going to be a future kit for you to purchase finished or as a kit. And this one is the one the customer asked me for, and I had the lace out, so I made another one here, and there's another one. This one I feel like it needs a little more underneath, so I'll probably work on that. I like them to have a little bit of fluff, so I'm working on making sure that they do, being more consistent. As you can see, I can use the same lace and I can make them look a little different. Can you see how, well, this one I used a different lace here. So I made this one for the customer because the customer wanted one, but she can choose now between this one and this one when she gets them. But they're similar, but I just made it a little different. This one I used some of the oh gosh, somebody tell me what that is. Uh, seam binding. I actually have some seam binding in my shop too. I've been thinking about getting it and putting it in color palettes, and putting maybe 4 yards of each or something, like, or 2 yards of each, and then so you can purchase it like that also. But in the meantime, I do sell it, I think, 4 yards at a time. So there's the difference, and then here's the difference of me adding something else on it. So I took that same type of concept and I added something else. This lace I have in my shop. It's a beautiful lace. I love it. And I just keep on making things with it, because I actually have an angel with this lace also in my Etsy shop, a finished angel. What else did she do? So then she wanted me to make, what was it? Let me see if I can find them. I'm trying to remember which one she started with. I'm not sure which she started with. Oh yeah, I think it might have been this, not this one. It was one of my pink ones, and I can't remember which one, but these are the ones that, oh, I know. After I made this shabby one, I decided to make some pink ones. Oh, thank you, Pat. So here are some pink ones here. And I said, okay, I made some shabby ones. I want to bring in and make some little pink, and I want to make one look more vintage. And I just made them, and these are going to go in my shop as finished. And so this one, as you can see, it looks more vintage. And this one right here, they're all messed up. You see them? Mm-hmm. I love the way the pink was. So this one, I found a little bit more of this. I had it before. I made it a long time ago. I made my lace kits with this. I found a couple more pieces, so I decided to use them in my projects. And I used it here too. You can see this one had, it's not as pink as this one. You can see how changing what you put in it. Oh, you do? Sandra says she has a doll dress like this. And these are just ornaments. These are not made to put on a doll. You would think more like for and one of the other things I'm planning to do also is do some true measurements, because I just came up with this style myself and then I realized it's an entire miniature community out there, and they make them by scales like 1 to 12, 1 to 6. And right now I joined a group so I can understand like what it really is. I would say from what I've learned so far, these are close to a 1 to 12. So they're smaller than a Barbie. Barbie is, I think, is 1 to 12. These are smaller than a Barbie. So I might make some, which I think they would still look good in a faux like dollhouse, just as decor in the dollhouse. But you're gonna rip up some fabric, huh, Sandra? Yes, ripping up fabric is fun, and how I think it's interesting how I can make those tattered fabrics look so, how they just come out looking so pretty. But so these are going to be in my shop as finished also. And then this is the other one. She saw this one. I had sold this one. I had designed this one during Christmas, where I wanted to put some greens and reds in there to make it more Christmassy. Hello, Anne. And so this one, she just showed me the pictures of some that had already sold, and maybe they were older. And so there was one with like with these colors, this green fabric on the bottom. And see, it's a beautiful satin fabric. It's kind of like a greenish, almost teal, but it's not really teal. It is green. And then I just used this trim right here. I just when I first designed it, I used this trim, and I have some of this in my shop, the very thin one. See that? And I put it as the bottom. And then I actually used it here too, and here. So that's one of the things I'll probably show you how to do it like this, because you can see it's even narrower than that. It's like a 1/4 inch gimp. And I love the 1/4 inch gimp for using for different things. And I did put some white things, slips underneath it, since I was working with white. But that's the other one I made. I think that's all of them. And all the laces you see down here are laces I work with when I'm designing. Most of these are no longer in my shop, but some of them used to be in my shop, and some of them I'll say, oh, I like using this one. I might see if I could find something like this. Like this lace right here. I used to have it in my shop, but I decided to save it because I liked it for the dresses here. And I'm probably going to make, I like it because I can make them different colors. So I might choose a different color and make it that way. And a lot of times, a lot of these are like my vintage laces that I have in my shop. See, this is a vintage lace here. I didn't use this one because it's too wide. I didn't want it that wide for that lace piece. This one I think is a vintage cotton one. I have this one available, but it's not as shabby looking. It's not like one like this one. And so that's what this one. I have this one in my shop, and I haven't used it on my dresses, but I plan to. Um, ah, so that's what you see here. Just some things I don't have in my shop yet, or some of these may end up in a lot or a grab bag. Thank you, Anne. So that's all I wanted to share. I didn't want to be here too long. It's already 14 minutes, and I plan to go out sometime today, but I thought I'd just share this with you since I'm getting so many views, and I realized, oh, right now, YouTube is sending out all my videos, and they're getting more views, but mostly my flower videos. So, um, okay, that's it. I'm Liz with Crafty Devotion, and again, you can find me on Etsy. Just search for Crafty Devotion store, and on Facebook. Oh, yes, you can post a picture on my Facebook group. Yes. Okay. That sounds good. I will talk to you guys next time. Hope you are inspired by my designs. And yes, you can make your own for your own personal use using some of my ideas. Thank you.